Hey, welcome back, friends. If you want to join the friends, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. So today's video is supposed to be me training up agility for Double Experience Weekend, but honestly, I try to make this video and it's just boring as heck. Basically, premise of how to train agility during Double Experience Weekend is to get Silverhawk boots. Go ahead and buy some Silverhawk feathers for yourself. You can only buy 250 per 4 hours. So just be aware of that GE limit. I currently have hit the GE limit and am just waiting for the next time to hit the GE limit so that way I can get another 250. And just run around, do whatever you're usually doing. Throw these on while you're training anything and you will slowly get agility experience. So that's how you train agility during Double Experience Weekend. But I have something a lot more interesting for you guys. Essentially, I have a couple of investments that I wanted to mention to you all. So I was kind of looking at it 2 days ago. I decided I was going to buy up some items. That way I can make a little bit of money from my money instead of just letting it sit there forever. So I decided I wanted to make a little bit of money, just small return on investments. So I started buying up a lot of these items that are frequently used during Double Experience Weekend. I know Ascension Shards have dropped in price since I actually started buying them, so I'm a little bit hesitant about these. I might lose money on Ascension Shards, but I'm figuring during Double Experience Weekend, people that want to make some fletching gains, they'll go ahead and buy some Ascension Shards. I know it's only like 450,000 experience per hour, but it's a lot better than a lot of the other methods. And this is going to be the probably most GP per XP efficient way of doing fletching training. I think it's only like 4 GP per XP during Double Experience Weekend, and with these only costing like 250 or so per a piece, you can buy a lot more for Double Experience Weekend. So I'm hoping that people start buying these up during Double Experience Weekend. That way I can make a little bit of money. I didn't actually explain exactly how I was planning on doing this. So I'm buying all these items the 2 days before Double Experience Weekend, and as soon as Double Experience Weekend hits, I'm going to try to sell them for as high as I think I could possibly get for them. So it's just a 2-day flip. I remember trying to sell things 2 or 3 days before Double Experience Weekend before, and them just absolutely tanking in price. So I kind of used that knowledge of the past and decided that it would be a good idea to buy up some items and try to sell them during Double Experience Weekend for a little bit of gains. I did start out with about 250 million, so that's basically money I just wasn't using anywhere else. So it's pretty helpful. Hopefully these have gone up in price. I know that palm tree seeds, I doubt they're going to get much above 200,000, but I see that the GE price has gone up a little bit, so that's kind of nice. Magic seeds I bought for 106, and they're now at 108 already, and I'm assuming street price is even higher than that, seeing as that Double Experience Weekend's on its way. I did try to throw in some Silverhawk feathers overnight for 21,501. That wasn't buying, so I'm just trying to get some Silverhawk feathers in because I know that time to train is going to make these extremely cheap compared to how much they're going to be as soon as time to train ends and as soon as Double Experience Weekend starts up. By time to train, I mean the time to train treasure hunter promo. As soon as that ends, Silverhawk feathers will start going back up in price. And seeing as how it's Double Experience Weekend, they are going to go up extremely fast, I'm predicting. Now, steel plate bodies, I actually bought some of them for $22.50-ish. I bought like 300-400 of them, and then they skyrocketed up to this $2,400 price. This is, again, making me a little bit hesitant when I buy something for under what I was expecting to. That means I'm not making as much money as I possibly could. But, again, steel Titan pouches, they are extremely good to use to make during Double Experience Weekends. Could be the fastest way of getting experience from your Crimson Charms. So I'm assuming people are going to start buying the steel plate bodies again. Fire orbs, I'm thinking I'm going to make a lot of money on these because I managed to get like 13,000 of them just within, I don't know, maybe half a day to a day. And they stopped buying altogether, and the GE price has been going up ever since. So I'm hoping that fire orbs go up a lot because I know that this was an extremely cheap way of training up crafting. The fire orbs were extremely cheap just because everybody was camping the abyssal demons. And now that people realize that they're so cheap from so many people making videos on how battle staves work, and fire orbs make fire battle staves, obviously, and fire battle staves are the second best method, and they only cost 5 GP per XP, and air battle staves cost like 10. So you see the difference. There's only like a 20,000 XP per hour difference, and they were extremely cheap. So I was figuring that the fire orbs were the most likely to go up in price, that they would go up a lot more than the battle staves themselves would go up. So I'm hoping that that ends up being true. And then uncut dragon stones are just the best way of trading crafting in the game. Besides obviously cutting onyxes, but onyxes are extremely expensive. And worst comes to worst, I could even cut these myself, get some crafting experience, and then I guess you can make dragon stone amulets or something like that, and actually make a profit off of them if you alch them. So I'm assuming that these are going to go up in price because of Invention Batch 2 at the very minimum, just because Invention Batch 2 is going to have an auto alcher. So at the very minimum, I'll at least break even with these. It seems like the GE price hasn't really moved around that much, but hoping to make a little bit of money off of those. Silverhawk feathers are one of my most optimistic buys, basically. It did take a little bit of extra time, and I'm just starting to buy them now, so I'm not sure exactly how much money I'm going to be able to make off of those, though. Some other plans that I have is, obviously I'm going to sell these off as soon as I can during Double Experience Weekend, so I can get as much money as I can back, hoping to get maybe about 300,000 or something like that. And then I have another about 250 to 300 coming in, so if I can have 550 to 600 million, oh sorry, I meant 300 million. If I can have 550 million to 600 million, that would be excellent. And then I am planning on buying some of the combat stuff that I need for my new series of killing 1,000 of every single boss. I currently only have one noxious weapon, so I'm going to need the noxious staff and the noxious scythe, so that's going to take up a lot of my money. And then any money that I have left, I'll make investments into the future again, hopefully trying to buy some, I don't know, pouches or potions or whatever's cheap at the time, and I expect to go up. It's going to be a little bit of looking into stuff, but we'll see exactly how much money I have left over after buying all my equipment for the bossing series and see how much I can invest. If you guys are all planning on investing things, I would love to hear it down in the description, or down in the comment section. See what everybody else is investing in, so I can get better ideas, and I can give you guys better ideas, of course, as well. If you do like this kind of video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, and I would love it if you leave a like as well. As always, though, have a good one.